Hello everybody. Ang pangalan ko ay Angelito Valenciano Jr. Ako ay taga Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And I'm having lunch. I'm drinking stuff. I'm playing tunes because I feel like it. No, just afternoon hangout. Lily's here to Easterbo. Hey Lily, come here. Lily's here. Is this what you wanted? You've been staring at. Bastos! All you want is food, Lily. Kiss me. Kiss me. Kiss me. Sana magal. Get down. Sit. Alright, we'll just play some tunes. I think Bo's gonna come in here and talk about his soul braids. His soul braids. My goodness, what is soul braid? What does this all mean? Anyways, start here, we'll fizzle out. There was a boy, met a girl, had half a chance so they traveled the world. Until that day, he couldn't stay anymore. He had to fly very far away to Vancouver. There was a boy, met that girl, had half a chance of the travel the world. Until that day, she couldn't stay anymore. She had to fly very far away to Portugal, oh yeah. Oh, oh la da. Oh, was that boy, met a girl, oh yeah, had one last chance so they traveled this world. Until that day, they said no way. They took the trip all the way to Costa Rica, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, oh la di da. Oh, 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 la di da. Oh, Lily, Lila. Was that boy, met that girl, had one last chance so they traveled this world. Till that day, they couldn't stay here anymore. They had to drive very far away to London, Ontario. La di da. Oh, oh, la di da. Oh, Lila. What are you doing down there? It's not the way it used to be. It's just the way we are. When we used to wish upon the brightest star. It's not the way it used to be. It's just the way we are. When we used to wish upon the brightest star. The brightest star. The brightest star. Oh, right where you are. It's not the way we used to be. It's just the way we are. When we used to run away and not care at all. It's not the way we used to be. It's just the way we are. When we used to run away and not care at all. We don't care at all. We don't care at all. Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't care at all. 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 La-di-da. Oh, oh, I miss you. All right. Let's just give me 1 second, folks. And then here, just get some folks in here. Some tomfoolery. Tomfoolery is gonna go on here. All right. Sit here all alone on my own to find a home. I walk the path, oh, the road is wide, the sky is high, and I don't ever wanna go. Take it fast, I'll take it slow. And I don't ever wanna stay in yesterday. 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 No way. Oh, now Guru Dev. Oh, Namo Gurudev, Namo. Sit here on the shelf by myself, by myself. Now open me up, I got a story to tell. It's about heavenly hell. And I don't ever wanna stay Tomorrow turns to yesterday, and I don't ever wanna go all alone, all alone, all alone, all alone, all alone, all alone, all alone. Oh, 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 oh. There's only one way it seems to be between you and me. There's only one way it seems to be between you and me. There's only one way it seems to be between you and me. There's only one way it seems to be between you and me. Let's do AO. Why not? Why not? Better eat a meatball. Shit, we should pull a card. Here, Lily. Fill your boots. And I got this cool thing. This skeleton, alien, scribble ninja emblem necklace thing. Okay, here, let's do a card. Just because it's fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Earth. Whoa. Fire, earth, air, water. Fire, earth, air, water. Fire, earth, air, wawa. Fire, earth, air. Too big. Fire, earth, air, water, fire. This one's for Jesus. No. Whoa, look at that one,
This one's for Yeshua.
This is for Yeshua.
Which one's that?
36. Guardian.
Ooh.
Whoa. I've never pulled
It
this
looks
one.
like the anti-god from the Book of the Dead.
Perhaps. Oh, there's even like look at his third eye up there, and then there's like another guy down here too, like on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read it quickly.
That totally looks like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Is it like the anti-god?
Yeah, they call them anti-gods in the Book of the Dead.
Okay, well let's see how close it usually says what guy it is, like what 36. Here's the quick read. Guardian, entry into higher tantric initiations, potent protection, the burning up of an illusory concepts, firm roots on the spiritual path, the guide, fire in tarot. 36 also. Let's see what 36 down, Lily. Sit down now or else you get nothing later. No, signifying entry into the higher tantric initiations. It's the suit of wands in the minor arcana. Huge terrifying face of Mahakala. Mahakala. The great
That sounds familiar.
tantric guardian and occult personification of great time fills the card. He's depicting holding
There's a personification of great time. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's the occult personification of great. Leela's like down here. Oh, I don't know if you can see her. She's like, and me? How about me? No, down. Come on. He's depicting holding a skull bowl from which a smaller form of himself, surrounded by flames, is seen to emerge. Whoa. As a
Whoa.
wrathful deity, he is. Oops, just give me a second. My computer's gonna explode. Go into the fifth dimension. As a wrathful deity, he is depicted with an open, fanged mouth, wide, bloodshot eyes, and fiery eyebrows. The skull bowl is a symbol of renunciation from the ways of the world and recognition of the power inherent in the tantric path. This aspect is the guardian of the Kargyotpa lineage of Tibet. Good God. Whose mystic form is conceived of as resting within the cavern of the heart. On the Tree of Life charts, form of Mahakala is depicted at the heart center. The third eye of the guardian denotes the penetration and all-seeing nature of this concept. The curled tongue is a sign of spiral or cyclical nature of all existence. My goodness. Both
Cool.
swallowing and creating karmas that past patterns of destiny, or the creating karmas or whatever. This guy's crazy. Psychic protection and potential of contact with the occult lineage.
Dang.
Yeah, he looks awesome. I like him. That'll be our Arcturian brother from another dimension.
Right.
So yeah, what care to share any of your insights from your reading?
I'd be happy to.
Well, you can go
It
ahead.
opened up the first thing. The first thing I asked was, as you know, I'm debating moving.
Okay.
And so I asked, which one of these four cities would be best for me? Reno, Dallas, Santa Barbara, or Portland? And she opened it up immediately saying that Reno would pretty much be the worst place for me spiritually and financially. She said I would kind of like lose a lot of myself.
Reno, like Reno, Nevada?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she pondered a little bit more and said that Dallas would eventually become the same thing if I did that.
Okay.
And then she kind of summed it up by saying Portland would be the best for me. As long as I was financially set, I'd learn a lot about myself and I'd have a lot of good experiences there.
That's so funny because I was gonna say that's the one that just popped in my mind when you named those ones. Oregon, right? Like Portland, Oregon?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, for some reason that's the one that I just went, well, whatever, just go to Oregon. Like,
well, Portland's like quite the amazing city. I don't know if you've ever been there, but
no, I've just heard good.
unique.
Yeah, I heard good. Like, it's like nature and everything, and like just good vibes over there.
Mm-hmm. And then from there, I asked about my soul braids and past lives.
Uh-huh.
And she said Arturian.
Yeah.
As well as Alpha Centauri. And then I guess it's called the Onra aspect of the Anunnaki.
Okay.
And Andromedan, but she kind of made the Andromedan sign seem like it was something that had not happened yet, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
And so, and then what made it kind of interesting was she started going about how a lot of them were military-based lives. And she was like, or I asked like what kind of influence with each of them, and she said, well, in the Arturian aspect, you were very much a peaceful warrior. Cool. A lot. And then she was like, wow, and it's happening a lot. And she made it seem like she was looking at each life and it was just stacking up with the cell, and it was kind of the same thing. Right? Like I didn't always I did my job. What?
You were in the military, right? Like here.
Yeah, I was in the Marines for 8 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so I brought that up, and she's, well, it looks like it's almost repeating. And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
And but what it amounted to was she said it was a lot of it. Pretty much almost all of my past lives were like that. It looks like. So it's just been a repetition, one right after the other.
That's kind of what happens. Like, I think, like, if you do your stuff here on Earth, like to your core self, your true self, whatever it is, if you're creative or if you're like military or if you're technical or something, I think in the other ones, we're like that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think we just go to the different lives or the different dimensions and stuff, and we try to experience
Have the same jobs.
that same thing. Like if you're a salesman or whatever, then maybe you're like, you know, you're more outsort, like, you know, even in
Outspoken.
You know, yeah, outspoken.
Yeah.
Or if you're a not, I don't want to say government, but diplomat. You know what I mean? Like council. If you're
I looked
like
at it as kind of like a servitude to more than oneself type of thing.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like,
and then from there, let's see. I had it all written down. I was like taking notes the whole time.
Is it recorded?
And then from there, this one wasn't recorded, no.
Oh, okay.
And then from there, what she's, I said, do they want to tell me anything specific about my past lives? And they were saying how, I'm not sure if, I didn't get to look at the soul brands too much online, but she made it seem like I was on a council multiple times, but I didn't know if the entire organizations were like that, or the species.
Okay, yeah.
But from that, she said on more than one occasion, like especially the Arturian occasion, I was on like some sort of leading faction council, and specifically to concentrate on discernment and balance.
Okay.
In this life, and from there, I asked specifically about. And it was at that point where it seemed like my guides or her guides came in and started talking. And from there, they said it will be successful, but it's kind of a. I didn't bring up what genre it was, but she was like, it's a very unique genre, so you have to find the right audience. It's going to be all, or it's going to be through like the right publisher.
Yeah.
And then from there, she said, and I was like, well, is it like how many books total? And she's like, oh, it's a series. and I was like, interesting, because like the one of the books I'm writing now is like a continuation book to the one I already wrote.
Oh yeah.
So that kind of made sense to me too. And then I've got several other outlines for several different series. So I was like, okay.
It's pretty cool, eh? Like how it kind of matches up. Like it really does.
Mm-hmm.
Like same when Lindsay did that chakra aura reading on me on that one picture I sent her. Like a lot of her descriptions of what she felt out of my chakras and auras was like, I was like, man, that seems exact to me. Like,
right.
And
then,
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just saying, and then it kind of concluded with, I asked about relationships specifically in my life, and she went into heavy detail, but she made it kind of seem like the spirit guides weren't letting all information through, because she was like, this is all they're letting me see right now. But what it amounted to is it sounded like it's someone who's very similar to me, and we know each other, but we're always at the point where we don't know each other single, if that makes sense. And then she's like, and then you have another one coming out around that same time period, which she gave me the numbers 312, which March, she inclined to think it was like March 12th.
Okay.
So I was like, cool.
So basically, go write your books, and then go to Oregon, write your books, and go meet your relationship there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. from Greek mythology, and I wanted to
Okay.
know what that was specifically about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, totally.
Because I've been having kind of like vivid dreams the last few days, like especially where it's kind of like naming off the Titans, and then I'll stop between like Croesus and Creus, and I'm like, were those past lives or something? Do I want to look into that more? So
Are the
that was like the one
Titans,
thing I forgot to ask though.
are they the
What's that?
gods, or are the Titans the gods, or are they the like
The
the
parents of the
demigods?
gods.
Sorry?
They're the parents of the gods.
Oh shit, so they're like, because if you can match it up, what are you in Anunnaki terms again? You're,
Onra.
and what is, like, I'm not sure of what Anra is. Is that
I
like,
don't know either. I was gonna
okay.
look it up, and then I saw you were having hangouts, and I was like, oh, I'll pop in
Yeah,
real quick.
because like, if
But
you know, like, you know, because it's all essentially the same story. So if we find what Titans are in respect to like Anunnaki and Anra, then maybe it'll clarify why you're so drawn to it. Maybe, you know what I mean?
yeah, well, like I remember specifically looking up the Sumerian god El one time, and they were
Okay.
saying he can sometimes be confused with Kronos, who's a Titan. So that kind of makes sense.
And then Kronos is Saturn or Jupiter?
Yes,
Saturn.
Jupiter's Zeus, so he would be Saturn.
Okay. Well, see, if you start tying those together, then we'll get to the, we'll get
We'll
to the
get to the
bottom of
bottom
this.
of this.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But I gotta watch
Yeah.
Clash of the Titans again, like the old one.
Right. I was gonna say, make sure it's the old one. That one's so much better.
Oh yeah, even like as well way back then when the special effects, it was like, whoa, the Kraken, and like Medusa was so scary.
Right.
Then I watched it just like a few years
Medusa
ago.
was so much scarier in the old one compared to the new one.
Oh yeah,
Oh
cause
my
like,
god.
cause it's like, I think the shittiness of it makes it scary. It's like, oh, that's so like nasty looking, and like, and Perseus cuts her
Right?
head
No,
off.
Lenley cuts
Oh.
her head off, and like her body falls over, and that like clay blood falls out. It's just
Yeah.
it's disturbing.
And remember, what's that other dude, Baracus or something? He was scary too. Like he was close to Medusa. Down. I think he was outside him, and then
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Yeah, he was like that wolf, not wolf, but he was kind of like, I'm not sure what his. He was half beast.
He was kind of a monster, right?
Yeah, he was like half beast, half man kind of thing. But I can't remember what his. It seems werewolf, but not as dog-like. It was like very. I remember he was scary, and Perseus took care of that guy too. Perseus messed everyone up.
Don't mess. I was gonna say, don't mess with Perseus because he will mess you up.
Who's Perseus in like astrology, like, or in like he has his own constellation too, doesn't he? I think.
I think he does.
I'm sure he does.
It doesn't ring any bells. He has to.
And then I'm not sure if he's like above Hercules and all those guys, right? I think. Or is he a brother?
You know what I read recently, interesting that I didn't know? Apparently, Perseus was the great-grandfather of Hercules.
Yeah, I knew he was, like, in generation-wise, he was above him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Hercules is he's pretty low level, like human, but he's still like demigodish.
Demigod.
Right? Yeah, demigod.
Yeah. He did become immortal though at one point. Mythology.
I remember the old Hercules cartoon. That was awesome too. Like it was like in the '80s, Hercules with the Mask of Vulcan. Remember that shit? Like who?
Oh yeah.
Daedalus.
God.
He wore the mask and then he was like invincible.
Yeah.
And
yeah, Daedalus.
Sorry, is it loud? Do you hear that lawnmower? It's my neighbor is. I might go in anyways.
No, I don't hear it. No, I was wondering if the wind was too loud at recording.
No, it seems okay there.
No, it's not loud at all, though.
Yeah, so, wait, is it your day off, I guess? I'm sure it looks like you're at...
Yeah, it's my day off. Yeah, this is... You've never really seen it. This is the ranch I live on.
Yeah, because it's on our other hangouts, it's usually dark. So if you go outside for a whatever, it's always like you're always in Blair Witch country. But okay, you're on a ranch.
Right.
That's cool.
Yep.
Like actual, like horses and stuff. Like, do you have horses?
We don't have horses, but we have cattle.
Awesome.
We used to raise pigs, like especially for like 4-H and FFA back in the day. But right now it's just primarily cattle, and that's it.
No chickens?
No chickens.
That's cool though. Like, so do you, like, can you, like, have that for food and stuff? And do you sell, like, do you sell beef and whatever?
We primarily sell ours more than anything else. Occasionally, we'll have one butchered for like a meat supply, but we don't usually do that.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, man, that's just old school. I got goats, you got chickens. Let's, you know,
Right.
got a garden over there, and then whatever. It's
Oh, we have a garden too. Like my
Cool,
dad will
yeah.
grow corn and my brother will grow tomatoes
oh
and
wow.
cucumbers.
Yeah, see, it's like, I don't know what all the confusion is about, man. Like, after all this time
Right.
here and like learning and just going through all of life and everything, and then all the stuff we're learning, it's like, even all the stuff we're learning, we kind of stumble on our own toes and get all confused about stuff. And really, when it comes down to it, it's just like that right there, like ranch, garden, you know, you can work a 9 to 5 if
Well,
you
it's
want.
like whenever I want to get close to.
Go.
I think I'm getting too far away from the Wi-Fi. Hold
Yeah.
on.
No, Lily. Okay, you go inside now.
There we go.
Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna put Lila inside.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just totally on the. I'm just on the path for just like the super simple life. Like, you know, we'll do a lot of stuff, travel around and stuff. Well, I want to meet all you guys, like somewhere we can have a retreat, or even if it's just me going off and like visiting each of your places and stuff. He's a ladybug.
Yeah. I still think we should have a retreat at Mount Shasta. That would be so amazing.
Well, yeah. Then you know the super spaceship's just gonna come down and grab us all. If we're like
Right.
collectively all there, like. But yeah, that would be that'd be fun. I've never been to any of the energy centers, so that's my whole kind of goal. Hey, Vilde.
Hey!
Hi, Billy.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I always calculate. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah. It was
11 p.m. or a.m.
it was 23.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Yeah, so like yeah.
What's that? That's pretty magical. 23. Is that gateway or that's 2 and 3? 2 is like duality. 3 3s are like 3 like that. Like one way to look at it is compassion. It's really cool. 3 is like compassion.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of the final keys. I'm gonna like.
That's what Nikola Tesla said.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna move inside because it's getting a little bit it's noisy and stuff here. Talk
Okay.
amongst yourselves, everyone.
Sounds good. How was your day?
It's peaceful, I think. That's the word for it. Yeah,
Cool.
nice, actually.
Just gonna sit down real quick. That's good. Ah. Some juice. Ah.
How was your day?
It was good. I just had a aura reading about an hour ago with Pamela Erlin.
Oh, that's so. I have to get one of those. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. What did she say? I got my notes right here.
No, I don't want to interrupt you. I really want to hear what you had. I'm sorry, I just interrupted you, and I have to hear what happened.
Specifically, we talked about my soul braids, and I'm Arturian, Alpha Centauri, and the Anra aspect, the Anunnaki. Solarian, that was one I missed, and a future aspect that sounded like of Andromeda.
Okay.
Yep.
It was really cool. Some of those I haven't even heard of yet.
Yeah, I still have to look a lot of them up. Yep.
It's
So it's
funny.
still nighttime. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's what you said that you just had a reading here with her is probably. I laugh because that's like a big confirmation for me to do that, because I have been thinking of doing that for a while, but I haven't been sure. And right now I was just like, I haven't really watched her videos, so for a few hours I have just been like watching her videos, and I have like an interview of her, like, or like a discussion on my computer right now. So it's like funny that you brought that up. So like synchronicity.
Did you get to watch her channeling videos?
I watched one of bit of the like the Mary Magdalene. Yeah.
That's a good one. I've seen that one. I've seen that one. It's a good one. The Mary Magdalene one.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she was supposed to channel Edgar Casey. I don't think she ever did, though. I know she's got a Yeshua one out there. There's one where she channels Nikola Tesla. That one was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, I want to watch that one too.
It's a good one.
Yeah. She's pretty interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, so I want to have a reading with her. But yeah, so you're asking about like soul braid and spirit guides and like life purpose and all that stuff, you know. And aura. Did she tell you like your primary aura color and stuff like that?
Oh, that was something I forgot to ask.
That's probably. But
I'll
that's probably.
I'll have to book another session.
No, but that probably. I think you can probably like just post a picture of yourself on the page, because there are other intuitives on in the Facebook group. I did that, and some people were like giving me readings and stuff. Yeah,
cool.
That's cool.
Ah, I'm in the inside.
There he is.
All right. What is going on? You're doing some readings?
We are doing like no, we weren't doing. We were talking about Pamela and readings with Pamela.
No, I didn't do one. Did you do one?
No.
In the stuff we kind of like talking about and everything. it gives insight.
Well, like for me, I'm always excited about spiritual stuff and learning in general. So she gave me that information and it just made me more excited to learn about myself
Yeah,
and like the Andromedans and Centurions and all that fun stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
feel
like, oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I feel like booking and reading with her is like, I want to know all these like kind of guilty pleasure things that maybe wise people are like, why do you need to know that? But I geek out. I want to know like everything, like my guides, spirit animal, and like aura colors and everything, you know. So I will book a session. I will have a list, and I will like finally like get answers and stuff like that.
Well, there was
Yeah.
when I was in the dark times of my life there, I almost wanted to just like go like personally to Teal and say, "Can you read what the hell's going on with me?" And like I didn't want a Skype call. I didn't want. I felt like I was so like I felt like there was nowhere else to turn except for like just to say, you know what? Like it was either that or there's another lady called do you know Caroline Caroline Mize? Caroline, and then her last name is Myss. Have you heard of her, Bo?
Oh, Caroline Miss.
Yeah.
I've heard of her. I don't
Yeah.
know much about her, but I have heard of her.
Because she was actually one of my oldest like spiritual kind of people that I would follow. Like old school. This is like late 90s, like early to like very like old like, and I was like,
when the internet was a teenager.
yeah, it was like, yeah, it was still like going to Chapters or Indigo and like reading the books. Like it was those years where it's not going online and looking stuff up or YouTubing and this. It was like old school. It's like, what was her name again? Caroline. And then you're like, you know, you're in the whatever mystical or personal development section in the library or at Chapters, and you're just like, that's what it was. And I don't know, like the most recent when I was in like super dark times, I was like, there's only like two people that can completely help me here. It's like either Caroline or Teal, and like I didn't. I didn't. All I did was like continue reading and watching videos and just kind of breaking through the walls myself. But I was at that's how bad it was. Like I didn't feel like I could turn to anyone except for, I knew Teal could just probably just look and then see and then say, yeah, there's a hole there, there's something there, and there's a whatever there, and like let's go do some shadow work and whatever. But it helps. It doesn't matter if it's real or not, or it doesn't. Like to me, it doesn't matter. Even astrology or whatever. Like as astrology is scientific, and it's essentially the mathematics of the solar system and the world, the universe.
Yeah.
But the best thing of it is if you feel it and if you like believe in, oh, it's, you know, Jupiter's squaring my Pluto and all this, and it means this. So then if it affects you, like psychologically, if you feel like, okay, yeah, I can do this, this, and this to help myself, then
yeah. And I feel like if you have a huge problem with it being true or not being true, there's always like another thing going on, you know. Those people that are so persistent on proving it not to be true, that's always like triggers, and also the other people that has to have it to be true, you know. So it's cool. I don't know.
yeah, I forgot. Did Teal even? She just did a video on that too. Like,
Doubt.
I forget the lesson of it. Like, yeah, the skepticism.
Yeah, it's just
skepticism.
belief in negative. That's also belief, you know. So you can't like be. That's also like a prison, being skeptic, being like so. Yeah, criticizing and stuff.
Yeah. But like, it's good though too. It's weird. It's like,
Yeah, but it's like I know how that feels like, because I still have that pattern in me, because it's basically like you just keeping yourself safe, you know, because you
That's
have to
what it
believe
is.
very hard in something. You have to, like, anything, even if it's you believing very hard in nothing. That state of openness is so scary that you kind of have to, and that's very like ego trying to save itself, and it's not going to help you in the long run, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a skepticism. It's like keeping you safe. And it has to be a
Because if
balance
you,
of all of it.
yeah, I think the most pure state is like, if you want to, especially people who want to be scientists and always want to find the truth, you know, it's a state of openness to like maybe, maybe not. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Maybe it's all different tomorrow. It's more like this, like, what if everything I thought wasn't true after all? You know, like being open for that to be the case. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
To me, I just believe in everything. Well, no, this is, you know what, it's not a silly thing to say, because I try to get down to the very simplest root of everything, of like whatever, of something I'm looking into. And I do, and again, whatever I believe in like law of attraction, not the shitty overblown version that Hollywood and The Secret and everything like that. The Secret was good too because it opened the door, but the door was always there. Like, man, this stuff was written back in like 1940, like 30s, the 12s, the like, you know, Science of Getting Rich was written way back in like 1912 or whatever. Or, but anyways, like, I believe in law of attraction, and essentially, it's thoughts are things, or thoughts are real, and thoughts. It doesn't matter if someone thought that that's green, then it's true.
Then
In
it's
their
green.
reality, it's true. Like,
I believe that as well. That's so it. Like, everything is true, because
so yeah, it's
yeah,
funny, and I tried to deduce it, and it comes back to that because I go, well, I believe in thoughts are things, thoughts are real, and they are. Thoughts are electromagnetic waves that go into the ether. It's like a heartbeat. The heartbeat's real. It causes an electromagnetic wave, and it's real. So those are the two things: heartbeat and thought form. So if thoughts are real, then everything's true. It's
yeah.
funny.
Pretty
I
much.
know. Or it's
Yeah.
like when if you
You
think
summed that
like,
up beautifully.
I want to say something that's cool. Like, if you think like in your head like a pink elephant, and you get the color pink and like a shape of an elephant. Like, where is that place where that pops up? You just created something, you know? Like, there was nothing there, and now you created a pink elephant. What is that place? And it's like,
Consciousness.
like, everything is possible. Like, it just doesn't work. Yeah.
It's weird, yeah, because like that, whatever. And same with dreaming. Dreaming is just as real as like when we're. It's funny. I like well, because I know the universe works in paradoxes. And then one of the ones that I just learned the other week or two or a month ago or whatever, it's essentially like when we're dreaming, that's exactly when we're actually awake in our most natural state. When we're here, when we're alive and awake here, this is actually the dream state.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that because we're so attached to 9 to 5s and oh, are we going to be safe and do I have enough money but like once you break all that like it's so cool. Once you break it all down, like break it away, that's to me that's why I feel free, because I'm like I'm free from all those things that trapped my mind.
Mm.
What was I gonna show? Oh yeah, look at I found this rock yesterday. Nice rock, eh? Like it has a nice.
Whoa.
It's just alright. Yeah, it's like that. But then look, I did this on the other side. Because it was there.
Nice.
It was already there, and I usually I color it all in one color. But then I saw the textures, so then I started doing the orange, and it just See the actual eyes? Those were white. Like if they were actually that shape on here, and even the shape of his.
So you
like
literally just filled in the lines and painted it. That's cool.
I just fill in lines. That's how I usually do all my drawings, or all my even this one. This is cool. Like here's this rock, nice, right? But then this is what I'm just filling in lines. These lines were already there.
Whoa.
I just colored them in. So see, look at even that star. That was there. I just look down and I go, wow, a nice star. And then when I start coloring, the hearts are nice. Notice in rocks, you'll always see hearts. Like these hearts.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, they're not any. They're there already. And then if you look at it, obviously, like I try to put owl.
Well, if you flip it over.
Oh, this way?
If you flip it over, there's another face.
Yeah. That's what I like doing.
That's awesome.
The lines are already there, but what I always do is try to, if I have to nudge it a little bit to get our mind, our mind to show the face, they'll be there. Like this way, there's an owl. It's an owl, right?
Whoa.
Because I always see owls, and then if you go this way, it's more face. Like there's one there, and then it wasn't. Oh yeah, here's another one. See,
I was talking about the one with the orange stripes.
The orange stripes, like this here, down here.
Yeah, like that looks like a face to me. It looks kind of like a conquistador or a fox.
Conquistador.
Or a lucha libre.
This is
That's so
I don't know if I showed. Well, I showed Vildi the other day, but this one's like my favorite. This owl was just sitting there, just waiting for me to.
Whoa.
Yeah, this one was totally there. I was like, oh my god, I see your face right there. And then I made nice wings on them. But then here, yeah, there's and then on the back there was faces too. Like these were there already. I just colored them. It's so much fun.
Wow.
That's why this is one of my innate, when I go take my warrior walk. It's just it's a treat every day. Because I'm like, oh my god, I wonder what things I'm gonna see. Then I can make these ones are nice. These small ones these ones I just like coloring again. This was a layered rock. There was those rocks that are kind of layered and stuff. So I just colored this one nice then I put a bass clef on this side for
neat.
Music bass clef. Again, it was there. I saw a little thing, so I was like. And then this one's just kind of random attacks. This is what I meant by the runes, Bo. I want to make my own runes, and then so I'll make mystical shapes. I can put Eye of Horus or whatever I want on this kind of side, but you know what I mean. Then we can just formulate. This could be the abundance rune or something, and then we'll make our own. I like this. This is the Mexican wrestler.
A lucha libre.
Yeah, lucha libre.
That's awesome.
Yeah. These ones are this shit's I like this. This one looked like a lizard, so I made it I put an eye there. Well, on the back there's a little bird was there. I saw a bird. So then this one's in my lizard ruin. So these ones are the small ones. So all the small ones are gonna be the ruins. What the fuck's this? I think this one's an owl. Oh wait, golden heart is that one birdish?
Whoa.
Guess what Christmas presents everyone's getting? They're getting Angelito ruin stones.
Ah. Okay, what's that?
All right, guys, I gotta log out.
Yeah, I might have to go pretty soon too. But yeah, thanks, Bo. That's awesome. It's good that you shared, or you got that the knowledge from Pam and everything. That's really cool.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
Totally, man. Later.
Bye.
I have to sleep soon as well.
Yeah, I'll go in like. Actually, I do have to go before like, because the sun sets quicker now, right? So it's like I don't know if you can. It's getting like. Oh no, it's like super light. You can't really see. But the sun is gonna go down fast. Like, but that's good too, because when I go on my walk and then the sun sets, so that's what I really like. I go to the schoolyard actually, and because it's wide open and it's a little bit up on the hill, so then it's just like I just see the sun, and that's my meditation time. That's what I've been doing, like Bildy. That's like that's one of the things that keeps me on track. Uh, it keeps me clocked in to the world, because you know if because I don't have like 9 to 5 job, I only do the stuff I do on the internet. But so I need a schedule, and the best schedule that I made up for myself was to follow the sun and the moon, and especially follow the sun during the day. There's a couple of, you know, like between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. That's called the wizard hour, right? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Okay, at 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., that's when actually, I don't know how it's done, but it's done with the rotations of everything, the earth and the moon and where you are. So it's like your 3 a.m. or my 3 a.m. It doesn't matter where you are on the earth, but whatever 3 a.m. is on your, wherever you are, the pineal gland secretes the DMT. A little bit. So if people think, oh, you need drugs to do DMT, like, or you know what I mean, to space out and see. No, that's why I always I don't even mind being up late to do the hangouts, like with Marisa and all those guys. Because then when it ends around 2:30 or something, I just chill out, and then at 3 o'clock I go out and do my walk, and that's the time when just a small amount of DMT gets secreted from your pineal gland, and that's when you get vision, like you can get inspired visions. Even Einstein and all those Renaissance guys, all the great scientists and all those guys, they said, yeah, the wizard hour, 3 to 4, is when they would meditate, or they would just like, you know, be quiet and everything, and then that's when their best visions would come. So like that's 3 to 4, and then like there's a couple of more. I won't go into it like in full detail, but like between, what is it? Between like 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock should be our working. Like that's when you work, and between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Like 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. and then between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Those are the major times in the Earth's rotation, in the sun, in the day, when you can get you should be the most productive at those times, and none, essentially no other time. All the other time should be gathering like food, cooking, being with friends and family, and meditating and doing other practices. And that's what I've been that's what I follow. So if I do that, it's following the day, it's following the sun and the moon.
Oh, I love that. That seems such seems like it's such a good, healthy way of living.
It is, yeah. Because then you allot time. You allot time for what it's for, what it's there for. Like the wake up hour is like the 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. The birds know it. You know, the birds, like the birds are silent. They'll be silent, like essentially. Again, it kind of shifts during the seasons and everything. But before the sun rises, before the actual sun rises, the birds will be dead silent. If you think, if you're, they'll be quiet for like the hour before the sun rises. They know. And then once the sun rises, that's like the is that dawn or dusk, whatever it's called. When the sun rises, those are the most like they're the most juicy sun rays, and that's when you can sun gaze. And when you sun gaze, those rays, those sun rays, when those photons hit your eyes, because it's still hazy, right? It's you can look at the sun at that time. That's when it charges you, and that's when the birds start chirping more because they're celebrating. They're celebrating that the day has started again. It's really cool. And then that's when you do breakfast. You know that's when you like you do your morning meditations and breakfast and nourish yourself. Then by 8 o'clock to 10, that's when you're ready to work. You know, and then again, it bleeds into 10 to 11 or whatever, but then you get ready for noontime, for the solstice of the day, because that's the highest point of the day. You should celebrate. What better way to celebrate with food? And that's lunchtime. You know what I mean? And then you rest a little bit, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, you go work again. You do your work. If it's school or if it's whatever, that's when your brain is like active. And then 4 to 6, the same thing. You can do your afternoon break or whatever. I do a walk during that time. And then, well, now it's 6. I kind of shifted it around, but I'm still following the sun. It's good. Pretty smart, eh? If you do that, it's following nature. Like before I wanted to follow nature, but then I didn't actually practice it. As soon as I started practicing this kind of stuff, I saw differences in my life.
Yeah. I think I remember something. This may be a little bit a part of this, but also not. But just like the feeling of the way we are supposed to live. I remember like being on, it was a camp in 6th grade. And it was like 2 days, but I had just so much fun because we were out in nature. And it was so different. I felt like I was I remember feeling like I was like in a different world those days, because it was like the way I lived was just like you just did everything you wanted to do like the whole day, like what was fun, running around in nature, whatever. And then like when the sun went down, you like naturally just wanted to, like everything felt like natural. And
yeah, you want to
like,
rest, or you have your snacks or your food.
Yeah.
It's like,
and it felt like natural with your rhythm, and like being with animals, for example, and like just all those stuff, and I felt like alive in those 2 days. And I don't know, it was just weird, like, and yeah, being like, and just being like inspired to what you want to do then, instead of being, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, but just
what you're talking about.
But I feel like that's like something I'm going to figure out, is just living and breathing like whatever joy, like the life you want to live, that I feel like that's like a kind of mission. I had that. I think that's was the, like, even when I was depressed, the thing I wanted to figure out is how can you make like your day and everything in your day like amazing, worth living, what it is actually meant to be. And okay, I'm just like, yeah.
You get well, what I described is one way that I know that it works for me. And it's funny how you say like that when you're at camp and it's nature. Well, I think I'm in nature all the time. Just the fact that there's a house and there's cars and whatever, I just think those things are they're just like there. But to me, when I look at the world now, it wasn't like always like that. But when I look at it now, the first thing I see is the sky and the ground, like and tree. Like I see nature first, and then I formulate, oh, there's a road here and there's other stuff around it, and that was just created by us, man. But like universe and earth created the other stuff. So that's why I say, like, I wake up with this, like the sun, I go in nature, like so all of it is nature based first and foremost. that's what helped me. Like what you're trying to describe there. So it's the same thing as you. Like if you want to, like you just wake up and it's nature first, and then it's like, oh yeah, I have to go to school and I do all this other stuff. But all that, the building of the school, that was plopped down in the middle of nature. Like, so I always think of I just think of everything is really outside still. Like,
Yeah.
and then you'll find, just here's the thing that helped too. It's like I started out with just like, okay, I'll do my daily walk. So that was only one thing. But if you're consistent on the one action that you do every day, that's why meditating every day, even if it's for 5 minutes, it's more beneficial to meditate for even 2 minutes every day than it is for 2 hours every week. Like, meaning you pick Saturday and I'll meditate for 2 hours. It's better to do it 2 minutes every day than like
That
a long
now
time.
you reminded me. I'm going to that I have to meditate today. I tried to do that routine, but the last day I didn't do it. But you know, I'm going to do that again.
And you know, my spiritual life hack around like sitting meditation and making sure I do sitting meditation every day. Usually I'll pick, if there's an activity that I'm doing today, like today I just cut the grass, right? I had to mow the lawn and everything. So I use that as my meditation time. It would take like whatever, 15 minutes out there and 20 back in there. But hey, look at that. It's like close to an hour. Well, with all in all of it to me was meditation. So it's already taken care of. When I use, or washing dishes, or whatever, or what, if you take a mundane task of your day and you say, well, whatever, it's going to take me 20 minutes to do dishes anyways, it's going to be dishes meditation. So then, because I'm not so good at sitting meditation just yet.
Yeah.
I'm good at playing the guitar, for like playing a nice little melody for like an hour on end, and to me that's channeling and meditating anyways also. But so a lot of people, especially in spirit community or whatever, we get stuck in the fact that we want to do sitting meditation for like 5 or 20 minutes or whatever, and I can't do it because thoughts are here and there. Well, my way around it was to make activity the meditation, meaning I don't think of like work. I don't think of any other. If thoughts come up, I just let them go and I just focus on the task of just washing the dish. And then before you know it, it's like your dishes are done, the kitchen's nice and clean, and your thoughts are kind of clean too. Like everything's, and then you're like, oh, okay, on with my day.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, I'm very for that. Like, especially not if you don't want to meditate that way. Like, don't do anything you don't want to do. So for a while, I do it the way that feels right and good, and not like
forced,
something you're dreading. Like I have to sit and like, you know. But for me, I got from my like guides, it felt like it was very necessary for me to do that. Like, even though I do it like 5 to 10 minutes, but that helps a lot, you know. Before I go to bed, but now I get the feeling like my guides kind of want me to do like 30 minutes meditations and longer, so I have to try that. But I was so like, it used to be hard to like really hard to do like 5 minutes, and 2 minutes was like very difficult for me. But I got so, but you like, for me I got like so much better, like so quick, like 2 minutes and then 5 minutes and then 7 minutes. It's like I don't check anything and suddenly it's 10 minutes, and that didn't feel like long. So I think it's just building up, because if you're not used to like to like 2 minutes like.
Oh, now it's on. Okay, no. Yeah, totally. Like it's.
Now I love it because I get so much like visions and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it gets like now sometimes it's like I just close my eyes and it just start like streaming in like whoa, and like so much things I don't know what it is. It's like, oh, that's a garden and that's a tree and that's, I get like there's this guy, like this is sounding like very like this is, but I'm starting to experience it. It's like a guy that looks like one of the Indian gods, but like a baby, and he's blue, and it's like the image is so vivid, so I couldn't have just imagined it. It's very beautiful as well. He has like jewelry, and it's like painted like the old paintings, and he's like, I've seen him several times, and I'm like, that's
you can. Wow, you can. Yeah, that's something you can. It's blue skin,
yeah, blue skin.
but like Indian looking, like American Indian,
No,
or
not
like
Indian. But he looks like, because I've had like Hinduism in school, so he looks
like
like one
that.
of the paintings from
Oh,
one
okay.
of the god imagery. Like I think it's like Vishnu is usually the blue one,
Yeah, like
but I don't
East
think
Indian.
he looks like that. And like the painting, because they paint them very like very. Even the guys look very like beautiful and like feminine almost, and like
Yeah,
red lips. So he looks like a painting of something like that.
yeah.
And
The
jewelry,
blue
like
is
sitting
usually the
like it.
males, right? I think.
Yeah,
I think.
so it's
And
like,
they're very like they do that. They mix the masculine and feminine together. Like that's the way it should be actually. Like that's why like a lot of the Indian like whatever that like the males can still wear dresses and stuff, but it's just because that's the
yeah,
way it is. Well, look at the Jedis like in Star Wars. They wear robes and dresses like it because that's the way it is. Like it's not girly or anything. It's actually more like samurai and more majestic to wear that. Like
I
and
think
even
like
with makeup and
Indian.
all that too. It's majestic to wear like the makeup and the diamonds and like the
Yeah, like yeah, I think like the Indian also, if you consider yourself like uh yeah, if you was a man but you consider yourself also a woman, you were believed to be like holy, like, oh, you have like a holy aspect of yourself. So it's just like, because it was meant to be like both, probably. Yeah, I know.
Okay, it's past 6 now. I do have because that sun drops like it drops like a stone, and I want to get still a little bit more. It's actually like it's really nice. It's actually warm today. Before it was like last week it was like so cold, but it's pretty warm today. So I really want to enjoy some of that.
Okay, yeah,
But
have a good time.
is it Thursday and then tomorrow? Well, yeah, I can probably hang tomorrow too.
Yeah, I really I feel bad for using much time sometimes, but it's like
You feel what?
the time goes so fast. Now the time goes so fast. I'm like sitting here. I'm like, shit. I've been talking for an hour, but I'm
No.
yeah.
Don't remember. Don't ever
like
say sorry and don't ever feel bad
No,
because.
I'm not going to like catch myself. Like that's not.
Yep.
I don't
Just
want to.
catch it because
Yeah.
if you feel bad, then that's one more bad feeling that you're putting out or in or holding or whatever. So just like know that time flies. We talk about really cool stuff, and we help activate our our imagination. So it's time well spent, and you're not talking too much. It's good.
Sorry, can I say something? Like
Of
sometimes
course you
when
can.
a lot of like, because so much of like being trained to like do a little bit of like casual self-hate, that's what I call it. It's like, because some aspect of people usually think it's like you are a good person if you are very critical of yourself. So like I feel like that's the way I do it, because if I say like I'm sorry, you're not going to think I'm a bad person, you know. It's like, oh, okay, you're not a bad, like it's like protecting, like it's protecting myself, so people can't, like, you can't tell me I'm a bad person because I've done all these things, and you know.
I know where you come from. I know it's silly. Like there's a lot of silly things that that society has set up for us to whatever. Okay, Vildi.
Okay,
Gotta
bye.
go. Okay, yeah. Take care. Have a good Nice dreams, sweet dreams. Okay?
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okie dokie, folks. One song, no song. Cosmos. Alright, that's about it. Peace, namaste. We love you all. Take care of one another. See you soon, Big Baboon. Hit the button.